Hey, have you heard about that Mario guy?
Yeah, the one with the mushrooms. Yeah, the one jumping around the court. Yeah, I know him.
Yes? Okay.
RPG Super Mario RPG
Super Mario RPG!
ロールプレイングゲームやったことない人も OK マリオと旅に出ようドラマを作ろうロールプレイングゲームやり尽くした人も Come on 満足させますマリオです Oh yeah スーパーファミコンソフト スーパーマリオ RPG スーパーファミコンが4000円安くなるクーポン券付き
Oh, it has been too long. By too long, I mean 2 weeks. And by 2 weeks, I mean 2 weeks for me and about like 3-ish days for you. I feel bad because I've been, you know, I usually run a pretty tight ship on the channel, right? I usually have something coming out every single day. But I got no shorts for a little while, probably. And no episodes of this or the Final Fantasy Legacy, 7 Legacy, because I have been doing, me and my friend have been taking a break on our main game that we're developing, and we did a game for Donkey's Game Jam. I will have to include a link to that in the description of this video, perhaps, called Hell Factory Cross. Stay tuned, look for that, you know, have fun with that, play it, and don't tell us about any number of glitches that might be in it. And if you do find a bunch of glitches and you think to yourself, hey man, what the heck? What is this offensive video game developing you have done? Just remember that we only had 2 weeks, alright? So, you know, cut us, give me a freaking break, man, okay? I'm pretty happy, I'm not pretty happy, I'm very happy with both of us. I'm like very happy with the amount of art and the quality of the art that I was able to get done. I'm very happy with the quality to which my friend was able to get the game to feel. It feels like actually satisfying, and flipping between all the mechanics feels really good. And the fact that my friend manages to bring any number of what I find to be ridiculous ideas for mechanics to life, my friend manages to bring them to life, and that's great and awesome, and I think that's really cool. But for now, we're back with Super Mario RPG. Last time we made it through the first half of the ship. I don't know how much of the ship is left. I watched Donkey's video on this and review on this, and he pointed out something which I hadn't thought about, which is the fact that compared to most RPGs, this game does not slow down. And with that in mind, I've been feeling that for sure. I feel like every single, in 40 minutes, we're able to get what another RPG wouldn't be able to accomplish in like 3 hours. Which is pretty, it's nice. It's basically, this is like the casual man's RPG, I would say. Casual person's, I suppose. And it is definitely a very different feel, but it feels good. That feeling is a good one. So yeah. Yeah, but before we get cracking into the other parts of this sunken ship in the bottom of the ocean, if you've been enjoying this or anything else on this channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this and the Final Fantasy VII Legacy, just about every day, if not every other day, or sporadically throughout the week. Links in the description of things that I am doing, have done, or will be doing in the future. Tune in to the Big Mode Game Jam to see me and my friend's game called Hell Factory Cross. Maybe play it yourself ahead of time, and just say nice things, be kind to us, and remember that we made that in 2 weeks. And boy, was there supposed to be like 3 times as much content, but then I realized within the first week that was literally impossible. So forgive me. And yeah, any and all links to that in the description. Me and my friend are still making another game, a full-fledged, full-scale game with a very long. That's going to have a very long development cycle. So stay tuned for that, and any and all support towards that and our other endeavors would be much appreciated. You can support us by supporting the videos, the streams, and most of all the Patreon. Now let's finally get going. Yeah, I haven't been able to play this bunch. Have been able to play a whole bunch of Bloodborne. I actually beat it. Between the last episode of this and this episode right now, I have beaten Bloodborne, and I'm like a third through the New Game Plus. I had to do New Game. It forces you into New Game Plus, which means I couldn't do the DLC. So then I like quickly ran through enough of New Game Plus to get to oh, special dry bones. How did I kill? Oh, I killed both of them. I was about to say. I was like, how did I only kill the special one? Look up here. Yeah, oh. I got scared. Yeah, I got through, enough of the... Oh no, I'm remembering how hard it was to do things, to focus on action commands and play the game at the same time. I think it's when Mario is like about to leave Bowser's hands is when you throw. Could be wrong about that. Oh. Well, that's a lot of bad guys. Snowy on everybody? I doubt that's very... Just do this. Yeah, everybody's weak to shock down here. The fact that we're throwing Mario is still the funniest thing. Yeah, so... Oh no, the cannons still shoot... Oh, we can't block that. Ow. Whoa! The animation wasn't even done yet. Chill out. Yeah, so I quickly ran through... Oh, those guys' wind-up is slow. I quickly ran through enough of the New Game Plus to get to the DLC, but then the moment I got to Ludwig, the Accursed, who's like my favorite boss in the game, at least from like just a viewing perspective. I like his backstory. I like the second phase transition, all that stuff. Revive a pal. If all goes well, it'll heal them fully. If all goes well. Interesting. I think it just occurred to me that like our allies didn't have none of them had revive magic. Well, that's pretty cool though. What's down here then? Huh. Oh, maybe when you get hit, they just knock you down? That might make sense. Whoa! I'm afraid? Maybe? The mice have like 3 different attack animations. Oh, that's so funny. Because when you're afraid, you can't do physical attacks. So if Mario's afraid, Bowser can't use him to attack enemies. That's so funny. I mean, there's no reason not to just use Mala's Thunderbolt. Oh, nice. Ooh. Oh man, the Will-O-Wisp animation is so... I remember that being a particularly cool animation in the original game too. Oh. How did I kill him, but I didn't kill the guy who was almost down? Silly. But the problem is, I'm hitting a wall in the DLC now where it's like... Because it's in New Game Plus, everybody has more HP and they do 1,000,000 damage, right? Even compared to the normal game where most anything can two-shot you all the time anyways. But now I'm trying to do DLC stuff, which is already harder than the base game. But I'm doing the DLC stuff in New Game Plus, and I hit this wall with Ludwig where I'm like, I could do this if I sat here and like just grinded this fight out. I could eventually do it. And I can see where my mistakes are, but knowing, I can feel though, right, that if I make a single mistake means I get one shot and die. And it's like, he has so much HP that it's like, well, do I want to sit here and try to grind out this fight knowing that if I make a single mistake at the wrong moment, I will just die and have to start over? And the whole time I'm losing blood vials because for some reason they just didn't do the Estus system. I don't know how people feel about having to grind for vials or being able to lose your your one healing item completely. I think it feels really bad. Personally, I don't know if that's like a hot take. I think that the Estus system is so good that it makes the blood vial system feel really, really bad. But could just be me. I know most people probably just say, oh, get good, and it's like, okay, that's really clever, you sure to get me, I don't know. I feel like, because I don't know, I feel like the wonderful thing about FromSoft games is the learning a fight aspect. And the only thing that normally would detract from that is the run back, right? When it's a really long, like, arduous run back that could also kill you along the way, it feels kind of bad to die, because then you're like, okay, now I gotta spend like 5 minutes running back from where I respawned. And that can be kind of annoying. I feel like... Nice. Ooh. A 2 attack up? That's never happens, absolutely. Oh, ow. That hurt. Those guys take the wind up on... I feel like I'm playing Bloodborne with the freaking... The mice, the wind up on their attacks. It's crazy. Dang, he gets 3 attack? I normally would never do that. Normally I would just focus down magic to the end of time, but... If you're gonna give me a boost like that, I might as well take it. Oh, one more mouse? Sure. Cool. I do feel like probably the only thing that I don't like about Bloodborne is the fact that I'll use a triple move. Sure. There's really no reason not to just use a triple move when you have it. It's so funny. It's so overkill. Oh, Bowser's almost leveled up now. Oh. Surprised that worked. That angle did not look like it was in my favor. Yeah, what's up with this guy? What's wrong with him? Buddy, are you okay? He's freaking tweaking out. Pal. Wait, that one's... What happened to these? I'm gonna put these guys out of their misery, jeez. Ah, oh, 14. Oh, special enemy. That makes sense. Nice. I need to kill that guy. Does he have speed who jumps on random enemies? No. Are the mice weak to fire? Let's find out. Well, you don't need to be weak to fire when it does that much damage anyways. Yeah, I think the only part that I don't like about Bloodborne, because honestly, like, I could feel even halfway through it, like, I could feel it was going to become one of my favorite games, and it really did become one of my favorite games. Oh no, I forgot about this. Oh, I hate this part. I forgot about this from the original one. It's so creepy. I don't like that at all. Oh, it's just a ghost? I don't like it. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that's really creepy and makes me feel weird and bad. But, I mean, I'll get eviscerated by Malo. It's crazy. They all drop pick-me-ups, too. Am I expected to be dying a bunch here? Yeah, I guess it's different enemies just drop different things, I suppose. Wow, okay, so we get a +1 to attack and defense, a +1 to HP, or a +3 to magic. Alright. Okay, game, I understand. I can see what you want from me. Will it happen again if I walk back in? No, that's it. Alright. I wonder if you can finagle it to jump on the dude's head. And, like, if there's, like, a secret item in there. It probably is. But yeah, I love playing through Bloodborne. It was amazing. An amazing first experience. And it's funny, too, like, even not even having, having watched it, I've watched it played through multiple times. Oh, wow, I messed that up bad. Even still, it sort of, it still felt like a fresh experience. There were still things that I needed to figure out, things I couldn't remember, like specific things. So it still felt like I was, like, having an experience with it, like a real experience with it. And it was just a really, really good time. Dang. Oh, the lightning warp is quick. But yeah, it was great. I really, really enjoyed it. However, I do think the worst thing about it is probably the fact that the blood vial system, and the only reason the blood vial system is bad is because it kind of works against FromSoft's, like, some of their core... Nice. Some of their, like, core loops, like, some of the, like, the really satisfying core loops that they have. Like, for example, right? I think that... Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Flop peek? Jump. Just jump. Pretty strong, right? You're thinking about running away, right? Right? No, I wasn't thinking about running away. He's only weak against... jump. So I will just do a bunch of really big, crazy things on him. It's all foes. Oh right, I forgot Gino got that. Do it, Mario. Nice. Just super jump. Holy crud. I mean, maybe that dude is strong. That's a story for another lifetime, because we'll never know. So you can go past 11? I was always only able to get 11. I don't know what happened. My timing is just... I will say, after playing Armored Core, because anytime I used to watch people play Bloodborne, the, ooh, +3 in attack. Got the safety badge. Oh, nice. Anytime I watched people play, Bloodborne, it seemed like I would always be like amazed at how they could possibly beat any of the bosses, because I'm like, all these bosses are moving so erratically and so quickly, and how would you ever be able to beat these things? After playing Armored Core, Bloodborne looks like it's moving in slow motion to me. Like, no joke. Don't get me wrong, I still get thrashed, understandably so, but even then, it truly still feels like I am... Oh wow, it's like a ribbon. That's pretty good, and pretty good speed. No stats though. Malo being fast is really cool. I really like that. Peach having this. The Notra badge doesn't seem to do much. This thing does... I mean, Peach being able to avoid all of those would be really good. Not being able to get put to sleep, not being able to get turned into a scarecrow or get muted, like, that's pretty great. And it does a big boost in defense and magic defense. Because right now she's wearing the Overflowing with Love. This is something that she needs to wear when we have the egg. I don't know where we're gonna get the egg, or when we're gonna get the egg. The egg that eventually gives us an ability to turn enemies into items, I think? So I think we'll just do that. Yeah, I think that seems good. But yeah, I will say, yeah, playing a bunch of Armored Core and Bloodborne has sort of like helped me with my response time, I think. And just timing in general, I suppose. Oh. Dang, this is a long freaking... Yeah, this is a long dungeon, I'll tell you what. Never mind how we're able to do this underwater, but these are just some free frog coins. The fish are like nothing though. Oh, Krusty. I understand the Mr. Kippers, but Krusty? Wait, Gino's still faster than Mallow even though Mallow has the +10 to speed? That's crazy. Gino Blast? Dude, oh, that's so great. What a great animation. I kind of want to know what Krusty's deal is, though. Ooh, I forgot Gino's timing is really weird. Weakness, too. Just about everything. Floppy floop in a netted hoop. What? I guess fireball? Okay, they're not bad. They just look kind of frightening. That's it. Okay. Nice. But yeah, I think the blood vials kind of work against FromSoft's core thing, which is that like one of the most satisfying gameplay loops in a FromSoft game is getting to try and retry a fight and learn it and sort of like figure out how to like dismantle a boss essentially, right? And I think what kind of sucks about Bloodborne is the fact that the longer you take fighting a boss, oh, it has spikes on them. I don't trust that. The longer you take fighting a boss, the more resources you use. The more blood vials you use, the higher chances you're going to run out at some point while you're fighting the boss. And then the moment you respawn and you don't have a max 20 blood vials, it feels so bad. It feels so unbelievably bad. Because essentially, what that now means is you have to either try to do the boss, like you either perfect the boss, right? Oh, there we go. Oh. You don't say. Ooh, that was bad. In fact, I do not say. $228 from Mario? That's crazy. Oh. Oh, special enemy. I'll just do this again. I have a bunch of flower tabs. And this just never gets old. Nice. Go team. Seeing, like, the moment that you see that you respawned without, like, a full 20 blood vials, it feels so bad. Because, yeah, so either you have to try and learn how to fight the boss without any healing items, which is miserable, That's literally a thing people do to make the game harder for themselves as a challenge. So you either do that or you leave and go and get more. Oh, a blooper with babies. Let's kill them all. Oh, that's a single target ability? Oh, oopsies. Well. Oh, the little ones are... Oh, there's just little tiny bloopers? They're just individual bloopers? Weird. Oh, lucky. That's not bad. Well, 2 luckies doesn't mean anything, right? Unless maybe it does. Or you have to go and grind more blood vials, which means you have to put the boss fight on pause, which feels especially bad when you've been locked in for like 20 minutes, half an hour. Maybe you've been locked in for an hour. Maybe you should probably take a break on the boss fight anyways, to be fair. But you're locked in and you're getting closer and closer and closer to beating the boss, but now you have to stop everything you're doing and go and just grind more either blood echoes or go grind more blood vials, which is not a very engaging thing to do. Nice. Very cool. Okay, so getting double luckies doesn't mean anything. And those, the tiny bloopers are just bloopers. Alright. Noted. So there's a door back there. Doesn't seem to mean anything in this context. Sometimes you don't know what's just set dressing and what's actually going to be like a thing to interact with. Oh. I'm glad I stopped and checked that again. Another safety ring. Holy crud. Well, wait. I'm going to give that to Gino because there's no reason not to. That seems... The safety ring seems crazy. Guards against... Oh, wait, hold on. This one's different? Oh, this one's different. Interesting. Why are they both just called safety rings? That seems like it could be a little confusing, but okay. So the one on Peach prevents mute, scarecrow, fear, mushroom, sleep, and poison. This one guards against mortal blows. Interesting. I mean, which one would be better on who? Peach not being able to get any status effects is really good because she's a healer and she needs to be able to use her abilities. But also her not getting one shot by chance because she's the healer is also really good. No, something about Gino having the ability to not be able to get one shot sounds like really hardcore and very much in line with how I see Gino in my mind. Okay. Noted. I'm glad I figured that out. That was an amazing item. Did I get half this stuff when I played this game originally? I feel like I must have. I know I didn't get both of the shells. There's a shell that's like the best weapon for Mario, and a shell that's like the best defensive item for anybody. Oh. Well, we're finally getting to these guys. Ah, what's going on here? Who are you? Oh, I love the way these guys look in this new version. That's great. What? You're looking for a star? I'll let you see stars. Hey, chill out. Anyway, you're out of luck. You see, whatever falls into the sea becomes Johnny's property. Got that, matey? Oh, and one last thing. Read my lips. We ain't letting you through. Got it? Sharks don't have lips? No, sharks don't have lips. Bandana red. Oh, okay, they get one shot like anybody else. I'll thought peek them just to make sure. Fire, lightning, fear, poison, sleep, mute. Okay, a little bit of everything. I love the color red. Well, you're in luck, because you're literally named that way. Oh. Am I over leveled? The enemies are only doing 1 damage, but sometimes they do like 14 damage. Which still isn't that much, to be fair, but... These poor guys. These poor guys. A couple of weirdos borrow Jin, start gunning them down. You're stronger than you look. Better one on the upper deck. Come on, mates. Yeah, you better run. Oh, they gave us a healing item because that was supposed to be like a harder fight, wasn't it? Oh, no. Alright, where's the intruder? I don't see him. Did he get away? There he is. Get him, boys. Oh. What the? How dare you dodge the barrel? How dare you dodge the barrel? Poor guys. Hey, how'd you get up here so fast? I just ran up the stairs. They're like, no. Stairs weren't even that tall. Your luck has run out. We don't take kindly to strangers here. Honestly, if I was these guys, I would see the fact that, like, a puppet just came in and, like, machine gunned, just, like, gunned down one of our friends. I would just give up. I would give up. Me personally, I would say, yeah, no more. No thanks. No more. I'm alright. Like, this is brutal. And then Malo just with the endless once agains. Unlucky for those guys. Yeah, there's so many little things in this game that sort of like ease, or would really help ease a lot of like people who don't play a lot of RPGs into this whole idea of how this stuff works. Like the once agains are for sure a mark of just like, hey, don't worry about like, oh, there's like 6 enemies in a fight. Don't worry about it. Just like, you know, just do your thing. You just have your guys attack. You know, don't stress out about it. We're not gonna lay waste to you. I'll find out his HP. Sure. Alright, I'll let you through to Johnny's place. Just I love how the foot sound doesn't change. We're jumping on these guys. But yeah, I sort of feel like they could have just done a similar thing to the Estes system. Oh, I forgot Johnny looks cool. Johnny's weird though, because his eyes are inside his mouth, which implies that he's maybe not a shark. And that kind of freaks me out a little bit. Oh, he's got the star though. Oh, you know what I haven't done this whole episode? I have this Arizona here. The classic Arizona to pull to commemorate me returning, finally getting to sit down and play some games again, or to record them rather. Got raspberry iced tea, which is I mean, I don't know, Arizonas are like feel like a whole lot less tea and more like, cause like let's see. Ingredients: premium brewed blend of black tea using filtered water, high fructose corn syrup. Oh, citric acid, natural raspberry flavor. Oh. Oh no, it really is just tea. I always thought, maybe I'm thinking more like Snapple, because like Snapple, when you read what Snapple is, it's basically just like a soft drink. It's basically just like a soda, right? Arizona is actually tea, like actual tea. That doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you. They add 33 extra grams of sugar, which, oh I'm sorry, that's that's per serving. Yeah, this is technically 2 servings. I always drink a whole can of these, so that's actually, they add 60 grams of sugar, actually. Oh no, not a significant source of anything, except, well, I mean, it is a significant source of sugar, I suppose. Oh well. So you're the Mario, eh? Not much to look at. Hey, chill out. Well, the star fell into my sea, so it's mine. If you want it, you'll have to fight for it. Alright. I will say, they have not really been building up to the villains that we've been facing. They've just kind of been like, I mean, there were all the boxes and crates around the ship, right, had J's on them, but like we didn't get, we weren't fighting a whole lot of the sharks first. We only found them at the very end of the ship, and then they just now mentioned Johnny even existed. Which is weird because I always remembered, like, I remember a lot of the bosses, a lot of the enemies. They always felt like they were, I don't know, they stuck out in my mind to the point where I could have swore that there was more build up to them. The only villain that really gets built up to is Booster, and Booster doesn't even have like a boss fight associated with them. I have a feeling he's gonna be weak to something that Mario has. Cool. Fear, Poison, Mute, 820. Oh, Fear, Poison, and Mute. Interesting. Well, we could poison him. Oh. Okay. Not weak to any specific anything, so I'll just use an Ultra Jump. Oh no, it's so much harder when he jumps to different things. I need to watch his shadow is what I need to do. How about we switch to Bowser? And then Bowser will use Poison Gas. Well, that actually does some damage too. Ow. Oh, I think I finally got it. Nice. Okay, let's try this one more time. Ooh, okay. That wasn't that bad. Let's get Gino out. Not bad, fellas. How about it, Mario? Mario versus me. I want to mix it up. I want to mix it up. Good fun, and good for you too. Crew, look alive and cheer me on. Oh, just us two? Hey, that's kind of sick. Oh, we actually get our friends cheering us on the side. Oh, that's great. That's kind of awesome. I mean, I could probably just attack him a bunch, right? Oh, he only had one more hit left. Oh, I probably almost killed him before he even hit that threshold. Where he wanted to do a 1v1. Poor guy. Yeah, I really am gonna have to try to... Because I know they had, like, harder, like, super versions of all the bosses. I really am gonna have to try that, because I feel bad for how I've been eviscerating every boss we found. Crusher. Earth Eruption. Hit A right after the rock pokes out. It's like an Earth ability? Is Earth even an element? I'm impressed, matey. You've earned the star. Think of it as a souvenir of our fight. I like how when it's Smithy Gang, we straight up kill them. Like, they're not there after the fight's over. but Johnny, we're like, no, we respect Johnny. We gotta let him live. Nice. Oh, there's only 2 more. Ugh. Game's short. Want more game. Oh. You must have really wanted that star. Now go on. Get at it before I change my mind. Oh, you changed your mind? I freaking killed you. I killed you 2 times over. Johnny's our main man. He even fights in his sleep. We'd follow him anywhere. I like that. I like that ride or die. Hop on the trampoline in the next room. It'll take you outside. Go on now. Give it a try. Sure. Well, thanks, gang. I'm glad I didn't have to murder you all. Because I would have. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Oh, right. Okay, well, now we get to go back to Seaside Town, where everybody is very normal, and nothing bad will happen, surely. And we'll see how not bad things get next time. Hey, if you like this, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this just about every day. Final Fantasy VII Legacy, in preparation for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, coming up in the future. Links in the description of things that I am doing, have done, or will be doing in the future. Also, me and my friend have made a game for the Big Mode Game Jam. If you want to check that out, check the links down below. And we're also developing another full-fledged, full-length game called Recital of the Heart. Any and all support towards that would be much appreciated. You can check out all things involving that in the description down below. And if you want to support me and my friend in that endeavor, you can support us by supporting the streams, the videos, and most of all, the Patreon. Now, with that being said, until next time, don't forget to be kind, and I am super happy to be playing this game again. It's just super great. It's just really fun. I don't know. I mean, it's a very casual experience, right? It's not, like, obviously, when I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles on this channel, and even Final Fantasy VII here and there, Final Fantasy VII, not a super hard game. Xenoblade Chronicles wasn't particularly hard either, but there is a certain level of, like, planning and intention you have to do behind, like, how you play, what team you have, what you have them equipped with. This is very much a casual RPG. As Mario RPG should be, but like there's just enough depth to still be attentive, you know what I mean, to still, like, because like a fight can last a lot longer if you're not playing to your strength, you know. Like, that fight could have lasted a lot longer, but I used things on the boss and his enemies that like would do a lot of damage, and the reason I'm able to do a lot of damage because I've set myself up to do that much damage. And the action commands just add a certain level of like engagement that you wouldn't get in a lot of other turn-based games, which I think is cool. So yeah, it's just a great time. It is a great time. Yeah, I guess to finish my little tirade about Bloodborne, obviously it's a great game. It's one of my favorite games now. Like, I don't know if it would it make top 10? It might. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I need to start playing games super late at night, or when I feel myself getting frustrated, I need to kind of like, I really do need to like learn to put it down and come back to it later, because it has like sort of sullied a bit of my initial experience. Like, I'm in Armored Core, when I made it to like the final bosses and stuff like that, I was so frustrated with fights that happened just prior to the final bosses that the final bosses didn't hit me quite as well as they should have. But obviously after the fact, in hindsight, I'm able to look at that experience and be like, yeah, that was probably one of the best action games I've ever played in my life, right? Same thing with Bloodborne. It's like, that's probably one of the best games I've ever played ever. The vibes, the atmosphere. What I will say is replaying some of the boss fights after playing the boss fights that happen later in the game and learning more things about how the combat works. Fighting some of the earlier boss fights again have been really satisfying. Like Vicar Amelia was really fun to learn and figure out again. Same thing with the Bloodstar of the Beast. That one was the first boss in the game that took me multiple tries. I beat him in beat him in one go this time. He's not the hardest boss in the game, but like, you know, you could with any even normal enemies can very easily kill you. I do keep falling in this rut of being like, when I fail, I feel very personally defeated about it. Like, oh, that shouldn't have happened. I should have had that guy on the first try. Or like, I'll like forget myself for a moment and start trying to just like hack and slash like it's a different kind of action game. That it's just not that kind of thing. You cannot spam buttons. The enemies truly, at least it feels like it. The enemies feel like they do read. Like, if you're mashing buttons or mashing dodge or mashing heal, the enemies will track that and they will like respond accordingly. The game punishes you very hard for spamming inputs. You have to be very intentional with how you do things. But I mean, when you get used to that though, the whole game becomes this sort of like, every fight becomes like a dance of knowing what things to do at what time. I was even kind of starting to feel it too, but I had already bashed my head against Ludwig so many times before that when I started to finally figure out like, oh, what is this fight supposed to be like? What kind of dance are we supposed to be doing? It started to feel really satisfying, but by that point I was already felt so defeated from all the times I lost that I just was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna keep running through the base game, New Game Plus, building my character up again, and I will come back when I am a higher level and have more things. Because truly, hopping right into the New Game Plus DLC after beating the game fully is not the play. I feel like it is not the play. Super frustrated that they have a really weird system that like forces you to enter New Game Plus if you beat the final boss and roll credits. I think that's really annoying. It's like, hey, it's like, well, what were the people who had beaten the game, but were they supposed to, when the DLC came out originally, were you expected to play through the whole game again and then enter the DLC? And not just like pick your character back up, I guess? I don't know, it's weird. It's weird to me. Especially because a lot of the stuff in the DLC so far feels like it's cruelty. Truly, like the way they design certain encounters, it's truly like the cruelest thing ever. Nothing beyond what I can handle, ultimately. At first, everything in the game feels like, well, that's impossible. But I guess that's every FromSoft game. Like, your initial encounter with certain things is always like, oh, this is impossible, I can't do it. There's no way. But ultimately, like, things that you ultimately you can. Everything is doable, and not even doable like barely. Like everything is very easily doable. You just have to figure it out. And figuring it out is actually really satisfying. And then you sort of get into a rhythm with it. But it's funny. I'll have these moments where it's like when I started to lose against bosses in the later parts of the game, I would just get like really a lot more frustrated than I was at like the first half of the game. And I don't know if it was because I was playing the game a bunch and maybe I should have like spread it out more, or maybe because I was playing the game after a really long day of working on the game jam stuff. So like I'm like, I want to unwind, and maybe Bloodborne isn't really like a let's unwind kind of game, because then when I lose, I feel like I'm not making progress, and I only have so much time to spend on hobbies, right? So when I'm not making progress in a game, it makes me feel like I've wasted that little time that I have. But then the funniest thing is, right, anytime I would encounter a new boss and I was like destroying it in the first couple tries, and I beat it in like 2 tries, I felt like I was overpowered. I felt like I had also done something wrong. I would feel like kind of bummed out, like, oh man, I beat him too fast. I shouldn't have grinded so many souls, or I shouldn't have done so much extra stuff before fighting this boss. Now the boss is too easy. I made it too easy for myself. And it's like, well, what is that then? So it's like, I feel bad if I lose too much to a boss, but then I also feel bad if I beat him too quickly. Like, what is this weird duality happening in my brain, in my gamer soul? I think it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to trivialize the game, but also I want to prove that I have like that I am getting better at it. So it's like I don't want to lose because I want to prove that I am good at the game. Or I'm better at the game than I was when I started. But I don't want to beat things too fast, because then I'll feel like I like cheesed it, like I just grinded to level 1,000,000. Even though I feel like anything you get in a FromSoft game you earned. That's why, like in Elden Ring, I didn't feel bad for using summons, because the summoning system, like the summoning magic, was interesting and cool and new, and also I worked to get all those summons, so it's, and to upgrade them, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, you've earned all the things you get and can do in a FromSoft game, so using them, just use them, Who cares? Also, I mean, generally speaking, in any video game, right? Play it however you want to do it. You want to use cheats? Use cheats. If that's fun for you, go for it. If you want to play on an easier mode because that's more fun for you, cool. You want to play on a harder mode? Awesome. If you want to make things harder for yourself and say, I'm not going to get hit this whole run, cool. I think you're a psychopath, but good for you. If that's your kind of thing. Like, what is it? There's some runner named like the Hob or something like that, and he like runs. His goal is to run through every single FromSoft game without taking any damage across any of them. Like, I think that dude's a sadist. But I mean, if that's truly how he enjoys playing those games, good for him. I'd be lucky if I could make it through one of those games without dying. Maybe Dark Souls 3. Maybe. Dark Souls 3 isn't that bad, but it's not the easiest game ever, No. I think I just need to be kinder to myself and not beat myself up so much about losing. I feel like I used to. I feel like I haven't gotten this frustrated with games. It's bringing out like a younger me's anger when losing at a game. Because when I was younger, I used to get really angry. Like really angry if I lost too many times in a game. What's funny though, right, is that like I don't get that way in platformers. In platformers, I'll die 100 times. Like in Celeste, I'd like died 1,000 times in a single level, and I had a great time the whole time. Had a great time flowing through it, figuring it out. I just need to treat it like that. I guess with FromSoft games, there's this, the idea around them is like, oh hey, you know, these are the hard games. These are the games for like real gamers, who like hard, difficult games that you gotta figure out, you gotta grind, and you gotta suffer for the art. But in reality, it's like, no, they're just games. They're just games like anything else. If you like really examine how FromSoft designs their games, they are the most video game kind of games ever, right? Like everything you need to figure out a boss fight is there. There's ample ways to cheese certain bosses. There's ways to make bosses way easier. There's builds you can do to make fights way easier. It's just a game. At the end of the day, it's just about figuring it out like anything else, like a platformer or any other kind of game. So you kind of just gotta give yourself the time to do that. I guess I feel like, you know, it always feels like there's something more to prove with a FromSoft game than other games. But in reality, that's just like placing so much extra expectation onto it than there needs to be. Especially when I'm like legitimately enjoying the game. When I am enjoying Armored Core 6 or Bloodborne, I'm having a great time. You know? It's like I just need to focus on that.